Imagine a misty hillside, long before recorded history. A group of people, our distant ancestors, are gathered. With sheer muscle and determination, they pull a massive stone, 4 meters tall, using nothing but thick rattan ropes and the dozens of hands. Sweat beads on their brows, muscles strain, but together, they raise it upright in a clearing. They've just created a menhir. What is a menhir? The word itself comes from the Breton language, meaning long stone. But to the people who raised it, it was so much more than that. For them, this wasn't just a big rock. It was a sacred monument, a powerful symbol, a bridge connecting the world of the living to the realm of the spirits. It was a way to honor their ancestors, the ones who came before them and shaped their world. Think about the moment it was finally set in place. The collective sigh of relief, the sense of accomplishment, the shared reverence. The community would gather around this newly erected stone. An elder, perhaps a woman named Lyra, steps forward. She might hold a small pouch of ashes, maybe from a sacred fire or a respected elder who has passed. As she sprinkles the ashes at the base of the stone, her voice cuts through the quiet air. This stone will stand as long as we remember their names. In that moment, the menhir is consecrated. It's no more longer just a piece of the landscape. It's the heart of their community. This is where they would come to pray, to leave offerings of food or handmade items, and to speak the names of their ancestors, keeping their memory alive. It was a place of remembrance, a physical anchor for their collective memory. But the menhir's role didn't stop there. It became the central point for all important community activities. Imagine the leaders gathering at its base to make crucial decisions: where to hunt, when to plant, how to resolve a dispute. It was their open-air council chamber. Imagine young people being brought to the stone to learn the stories of their tribe, the tales of their heroes, and the laws of their people. It was their first school, their library of oral tradition. Rituals would be performed here, marking the changing seasons, celebrating births, and the mourning deaths. The menhir stood as a silent, eternal witness to the entire cycle of life. It was here that the roots of organized spiritual belief, the very foundations of what we now call religion, began to truly take hold. This single stone provided a focal point for their faith, a tangible connection to the intangible forces they believed governed their existence. You might be thinking this is just a story from one small, isolated group of people. But what's truly fascinating is that this same story played out all over the world. Menhirs are a global phenomenon. We find them scattered across the rolling green hills of Europe, from Karnak in France to the ancient landscapes of Britain and Ireland. And it doesn't stop there. Travel thousands of miles away to the islands of Indonesia, and you'll find them again. In South Sulawesi, at archaeological sites like Sopeng, the Bada Valley, and the highlands of Toraja, similar standing stones pierce the sky, each erected by cultures that had no more contact with their European counterparts. Each one of these stones, no more matter where it stands, carries a story. It's a story of a community that worked together, that believed in something greater than themselves, and that had a profound desire to be remembered. They knew they wouldn't live forever, but they believed that by erecting these massive stones, a part of them, their legacy, could achieve a form of immortality. Let's take a closer look at some of these sites. In the Bada Valley in Indonesia, some of the megaliths are even carved into humanoid figures, with round eyes and simple features. They are eerie, beautiful, and deeply mysterious. Who were they meant to represent? Ancestral kings, mythical heroes, deities? We don't have the full answers, but we know they were incredibly important. The effort required to quarry, transport, and erect these stones was monumental. A community wouldn't undertake such a task unless the purpose was of the utmost significance. But in Europe, sites like Karnak in France feature thousands of menhirs arranged in long, straight lines, stretching for kilometers. The sheer scale is mind-boggling. It suggests a highly organized society, driven by a powerful, shared belief system over many generations. Weigh the lines. Were they astronomical calendars, marking the movements of the sun and the moon? Were they processional ways for religious ceremonies? Again, the exact purpose is debated by archaeologists, but their power to inspire is undeniable. The fundamental human need that drove our ancestors to raise these stones is the same need we feel today, the desire to leave a mark, to say, we were here, we mattered. They chose stone, one of the most durable materials on earth, as their medium. They poured their energy, their beliefs, and their hopes into these monolithic monuments. Over thousands of years, wind and rain have weathered their surfaces. Some have fallen, and some have been lost. But men still stand, defiant against the passage of time. They are a testament to the strength and the resilience of these ancient cultures. But here's a thought. Stone may crumble, but human memory, when passed down, can be even stronger. The names and the stories that were once spoken at the foot of these menhirs are largely lost to us. We have the stone, but we've lost the specific memories they were meant to protect. This teaches us something profound about legacy. A physical monument is powerful, but the stories and the knowledge that give it meaning are what truly keep the past alive. Today, when we look at a menhir, we are not just looking at a big rock. We are looking at a message from the past. It's a reminder that even in the deepest antiquity, humans grappled with the same big questions we do today. What is our place in the universe? What happens after we're gone? And how do we ensure that we are not forgotten? The menhir stands as a silent, powerful answer. It tells us that from the very beginning, we have understood the profound importance of memory and the legacy. It's a connection that stretches across millennia, linking us directly to those ancestors on that misty hillside, who, with their bare hands, reached for eternity. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this journey into the past as fascinating as he did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about our incredible human history. See you in the next one.